Now, today, on Every Day with Your Computer, we are going to look at a particular, I don't know if it's a challenge or an issue, but I think it's more of a best practice for certain people in certain organizations. A situation where you submit a flash drive into a laptop or a desktop, and before you know it, your system is infected, and you begin to look for a way for either to reformat your computer or to get a new hard drive. There's some virus, some infection that can get on you, and all you have to do is for you to look for a new hard drive, or you have to reformat your Windows. Now, some cyber cafes, some people, some companies have found it needful to disable their USB drive. They found it needful to disable their USB drive because it is not everyone that you are going to be able to stop from, plugging their flash drives into your computer to access your files. It's not everybody it's not every time that you may be around your computer. It is not every time. So you can actually disable your USB drive. Now, disabling USB access to your system, you have to understand and follow me carefully, because if you just go to Device Manager and disable the hub, you will not be able to use anything USB on your computer. What I'm going to take you through on Every Day with Your Computer today is going to only take you through how you can disable flash drives from gaining access to your computer and being able to stay on your computer, either infect you or copy things out of your system. It's very important, you must know it, especially if you are in an organization where there's much security. People can enter your office and go out. Your colleagues can enter your office and go out. So you need to be able to put this kind of things in place. You can disable it, you can enable it whenever you want to use it. I'm going to take you to my computer right now, and I'm going to show you how you can make it happen. So you come with me. Let's go over to the computer.
Do you want to rent, lease, or buy a property that suits your taste, style, and budget? The search is made easy. Simply log on to acrema.dynetng.org and start your search. Our realtors include Cass Uford Consult, Victor Mpong and Associates, Gersh Henshaw and Co., Neliani Properties, John Isangedigi and Associates, and many more. With Acrema Realty, your search is quick and stress-free. For more inquiries, please call 0808-5606-088. You can also follow us on Twitter at Acrema_Realty, or like us on Facebook at Acrema Realty. Acrema Realty, bridging real estate gaps.
So, there are three methods I'm going to take you through. Is it three? There are four methods. One is actually a remote method, while the other ones are local methods. That's local means right there on your computer. The other one is just for network administrators. They can stay remotely in a network environment. It could be a little bit advanced anyway, but there's still someone out there that could benefit from it. But it's actually something that can serve those that are in a large organizations and is a network environment. I'll take you through all of them, and I'll just let you know how it's done. First of all, we will just see, if you look at these files here, I downloaded this on the internet. I downloaded them on the internet, so it actually meant to disable USB access. Now, these two files are registry files. You can look at this and you look at this. Both of them are registry files. A registry is actually a file that stores all your Windows configurations. Everything about your computer, the software, the hardware, every driver is resident on your registry. There's almost nothing on your Windows operating system you cannot control from your registry. Now, so what this does is that there has been a registry file that has been created already and kept on the internet, where you can just download it and click on it and it will disable. Now, if you look at this, you see This is enable. This one is for enabling USB mass storage.reg. That's the registry file. .reg means registry. But if you go over here, you see disable USB mass storage registry file. So if you just take this name now on your computer, enable USB mass storage.reg, and key it into your Google page, you will get the same file, and you also get the disabling file too. So this one is very easy. All you need to do is just click enable mass storage, enable USB mass storage, and it will enable it. That's if you had it disabled before. Then if you just click disable USB mass storage, it will disable it. It gives you capacity to both disable and enable. The good thing about all the tools I'm going to take you through this morning is that they always give options for both enabling and disabling. So now I'm just going to click on disable using mass storage, and let's see how it's going to work. If I click on this now, it says the publisher could not be verified. Are you sure you want to run this file? I'm the one that downloaded and I want it to be executed, and so I say run. Adding information can unintentionally change or delete values or cause computers to stop working correctly. If you do not trust the source of this information, do not add it to the registry. I know what I want, and I say yes, continue. So I click on yes. The keys, have been successfully added to the registry, and I click OK. So that has been added. Now let's see if my USB is still working. Okay, so now this is an external hard drive, and we're going to use it and see if what we are doing has been enabled. So I am going to connect this to my system right now. If it's disabled, I will not be able to have access to this drive on this computer for now until I re-enable it back. Then I can have access. So I will just plug this in. Let's see how it's going to work. Observe this part. Observe this part, and let's see if this drive is going to load. Can you see that this drive is not loading again on this computer? This is a drive I use every day on my laptop. I use it often, but as it is now, it's not loading. This drive, access to this drive has been disabled on this computer. I did it on purpose, and I'm going to enable it back, and let's see how it is going to be. This can save you a lot of trouble, because anybody can walk up your computer, plug something, and start copying things out of your computer. But if you do this, if you implement this on your computer, it also gives you another level of security, because anybody cannot just walk up to your computer, plug in something, and begin to hijack your software and your files. So this is very important. I don't think any user should stay without these on the computer. So now let's re-enable it back and see how it's going to be. Okay, so I'll unplug my hard drive now and re-enable it. Re-enable my USB storage. Okay, so this is the disabling file, that is the enabling file. I told you, for you to get this file, just take the name as it is on the screen, disable using mass storage.reg, and type it on Google, and the same file will be loaded, and you can download it and run it. Now let me enable it again. The same thing is asking me that the publisher could not be verified. If I say want to run it, I say yes, and it runs. The same question it asked me, do you want to continue? I said yes, I want to continue, and I say yes. The following keys has been added to the registry, and I say okay. Now let's connect our drive back to the computer to see if it has been re-enabled for real. So let's see that. Still observe this part where you have computer. Can you see it? It's back. My storage drive is back. I can access it again in fact, everything was disabled, including my modem. Everything was because my modem is more like, it is not a normal kind of modem is more like a storage media, so that's why it was also affected. But you can see that my external mouse was not affected because it's not a storage device. But my modem is actually seen as a storage device too, so that's why everything was disabled. So this is a tool that you must use. That's the first method. This one, you don't have much to do. You just download it, click it, and that is it. So you can as well, all you have to do is have a particular space on your computer where you save these two files, enabling mass storage.rage and disabling mass storage.rage. Whenever you are not on the computer, double click on disable mass storage, and go your way. You can actually go and sleep, and nobody will be able to have access to your. Of course, you're not going to tell anybody about this kind of thing. You won't tell anybody that you have enabled this kind of feature on your laptop. No, you won't tell anybody. Or you will just you let it. You know it's there on your. It's your computer, isn't it? You know it's there, and you can enable it and walk away. It keeps you secure, and it keeps your files safe. It's not locked, but nobody can copy anything out. Nobody can copy it unless the person wants to use Bluetooth. But nobody can use flash drive or any other storage device to copy anything out of your computer. Now let me take you to the next method. The next method has to do with a file, something like a software from IntelliAdmin. It's a company overseas that has built and a network administration software, and also they have also built a USB disabling file, so that if you want to disable your USB storage locally, you can disable. If you want to do it remotely, you can also do it. That means that remotely you have to be in a network environment. But first, I will take you through the lookup that is on your local PC, where you can be able to disable your storage media. Now, if you're still on the same page that we are now, because I downloaded everything to this page, to this particular folder on my computer, so I'm just going to take you through one after the other and on how it's going to serve you. Now, this is the software. If you look at it, it says, the name of the file says disable USB free. So, can you see the file description? The file description says IntelliAdmin USB Disabler Pro Setup. So if you go on Google and you type disable USB from IntelliAdmin, you land on that file. If you go on Google and you key in disable USB free or disable USB, it will land you on this file. But if you don't have access to the internet, you can call me or just let me know on our Facebook page and I'll send it to you. Those files are actually very small. I can actually email it and you can receive it wherever you are. So, let me know about it. So let's look at this, how it's going to work. Now, you can see, do you want to run this file? I say run. Okay. Welcome to the IntelliAdmin USB Disabler Pro Setup. So I click on next. I accept. I click on next, next. This one, you can see this one is not as easy as the other one, so I would advise, I love easy things, so you can actually go through the other one. It's as easy as ABC. Just double click the registry and disable your storage, double click and re-enable it. Finish. Now let's run that software and see how it serves us. Let's run that software and see how it serves us. Now I go to all programs and I go to IntelliAdmin. Where are you? Okay, there you are. IntelliAdmin. Double click on it. Nothing is there. Program files. Okay, let's go to program files and run that program. I couldn't find the setup, so we just go to program files. That's where it downloads everything to. So let's find IntelliAdmin. Okay, so there you are. That is the software. So let's go and look at it. Now the file that is of interest to you here is where you have setup wizard. Setup wizard. That's your file of interest. That's your file of interest. So let's double click and see what it says. Please select the user or group that will have access to USB devices and permission to allow devices. Now this one is more robust than the other one. It has a lot more features. It's a bit more professional than the other one, because you can actually specify. From here you can actually specify which of your administrators, that your Windows administrators, can have access to USB. You can specify who and what. So if you allow this, it will say that all users that are members of the administrators group can use USB on this computer. Or you can click on this and select who you want to give access. Now from this you can see that the Cox PC is given access by default. Now if it's a particular person, a particular account that you have, you can click on advanced. You can click on advanced and you can find all the accounts. You click on find now, so you can see all the accounts that you can give access on this my computer and allow them to have, to be able to use their flash drive. So whatever it is, just click on it, either local service, and click OK, and it will be added. Local service is added. So now what I want to show you is actually to disable the entire I'm not going to be a selective disabling of my drive. So let's see, USB disabler. If I click on that, that is a DOS utility, and it's going to move ahead and disable my drive. Okay, now you can see this is 64 bits and this 32 bits. I don't want to confuse you with 64 and 32 bits. It's determined by your architecture, the architecture of the computer. If you installed a 64-bit operating system, you have to go for a 64-bit file and 64-bit software. While if you installed a 32-bit operating system, you have to go for a 32-bit software. So you may not know, but if you want to know which one it is, you can actually still know it, so that it can guide you on which kind of software to use. If you want to know, just right click on on computer, go to start programs, right click on computer properties. Then when it loads up, you can see system type 64-bit operating system. From here you will know what is yours, if it's 32 bits or if it's 64 bits. So you can see my own is 64 bits, so I go out of here. So now let us I have clicked on that file, but let's see if it's working on me. Let's see if he has disabled my drive. I have not access yet, so let's remove and reconnect again and see what is going to happen. Alright, so can you see that my drive is not showing anymore on my computer? Because I double click USB disabler 64 bits. I double click on that. Now for you to re-enable that device that has been removed, you click on this icon. You see have USB disabler Pro. The device is here. You can see that's my hard drive over there. So all I have to do is click allow device, and click apply. So if I allow the device now, that device is now going to be accessed on this computer. That I can actually selectively allow certain flash drives and allow some other ones not to be accessed. So I click OK. So you can see the drive is back, storage is being enabled back to my computer. Alright, that ends it. So we had a good time today, and I believe you have learned a couple of things on everyday with the computer today. If you have missed If you're just joining, you didn't follow us from the beginning of the program. We were talking about how you can disable USB flash drives from being accessed on your computer. We have taken you steps through on how you can stop and how you can re-enable it. So if you've missed it, you can get on our website. You can get on our Facebook or Twitter. Every Day with a Computer is the name. You can use that and search for us on any of those channels. You'll be able to still follow through on what we are doing. There's a book out there in the market that is called Every Day with a Computer. I would advise you pick a copy of the book and go through it. It is majority of the things we treat on Every Day with a Computer is in that book. Most of the things we treat, things are changing every day, so you have to still follow us on the program. But most of the things we do are in that book, so you can pick it up at What Works, 7 Oron Road, and just go through it. It's a guide that will help you to be able to, solve some problems and be able to, meet some needs. You can give me a call or you can send me a text message. But the best way for you to send us your challenge is through our Facebook page, because I'm not the only one there. There are some other professionals that are admin on that page. So as anything you drop as a challenge, there's always definitely going to be a solution. So I thank you for being with me today, and I look forward to seeing you again next week, same time, same station. Until then, do have a lovely and a blessed weekend. Thank you.
Do you want to rent, lease, or buy a property that suits your taste, style, and budget? The search is made easy. Simply log on to acrema.dynetng.org and start your search. Our realtors include Cass Uford Consult, Victor Mpong and Associates, Gersh Henshaw and Co., Neliani Properties, John Isangedigi and Associates, and many more. With Acrema Realty, your search is quick and stress-free. For more inquiries, please call 0808 5606 088. You can also follow us on Twitter at Acrema_Realty or like us on Facebook at Acrema Realty. Acrema Realty, bridging real estate gaps.